Thank you so much for listening. You are tuned into Radio Free Brooklyn. My name is Francesca, and I'm so excited. I am joined on the phone with Gigio, Señor Gigio, who has been on the show many times, and I just love you. So welcome.
Hey, what's up? Good to be back, and I love you too.
I know it's so good to hear from you. And I know you've been making amazing music. You never stop. You never slow down. It's so inspiring.
I appreciate.
Yeah, so yeah, let's start from the beginning. So folks who haven't heard the show and folks who don't know you, we'll start at the beginning. So you are an artist through and through on so many different levels. I guess, do you want to start talking about visual art?
Sure. I mean, I consider myself a hip hop artist, so just everything that encompasses because hip hop is kind of like the that's where it all started from.
Yeah.
But I'm an MC and I make music, but it's like I need the art too. So they really coexist and kind of like are interdependent. Like I have such a vision for the things I want to say and get across, with the music. Um, so the music is the vision, and the vision is the music. It's like I
Yeah.
need to make the music make sense, and I need to make the music for the art to make sense, kind of thing.
Does one come before the other, or are they sort of born at the same time?
Well, I definitely discovered like drawing and the visual art as like being my first natural gift as a child, and then later on I would get more into rapping and writing songs and that whole aspect. Everything else that that follows performance and just bringing the story to life too. So I also consider myself a storyteller too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, without a question. I mean, all your lyrics have a narrative.
Right.
Yeah. No, and it is really beautiful. Like it is all one entity. The many layers create sort of one being. Artistically, it's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
And you also read tarot cards, which is sort of another layer that it folds in perfectly and makes sense within the larger landscape.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just all very a lot of the stuff I'm just learning more and more as I go forth of just this whole idea of just following your intuition and being spontaneous and being creative and doing things that don't necessarily you don't necessarily know what the result is. I feel like a lot of it is just psychic. Like that is what psychic is. You don't
Hmm.
know what you're looking at or why you're being called to do something or what it is, but you just follow it.
So
And
beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's such a beautiful sentiment. You are truly an artist through and through. Because that's it. You sort of have to trust the process, I think. Trust
yeah,
yourself. Yeah. And have that freedom too, because you're not copying someone else. Like you're not looking to make sure you're doing it right. As an artist, you're stepping outside of the boxes.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
I love it. So it is a spiritual journey for you making art.
Very much so. It's something that like I feel. I mean, I just I can't imagine myself doing anything else. I've done other things, and I felt always felt pulled back to do this. So it's
Yeah.
very much
And the
you
world is
know
grateful, yeah, it's what's meant to be. We need art put out into the world for so many
yeah,
reasons. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, this new track that you just dropped. And this came out when? On February 1st?
Well, so I dropped the music video on February 1st. But I dropped this 3-track EP on actually the 1st of January. It's
Okay.
called Entrepreneur Music Volume 1, and this song is featured on that project.
And that song Make Yourself Real, is that the
Yeah,
yeah.
but make your real. That's the new that's the song we're talking about that I just dropped the video for, and yes, it's featured on that project.
It's so good. So it's, I mean, it is music, it is art, it is philosophy, it is like there's so many layers to how do you talk about this piece? I would say art bomb,
Yeah,
an art
I,
explosion.
that's what I've been calling it. I've been calling it an art bomb, because there's a it's about the message. The message I feel is important,
Yeah,
and I just I think about like coming up with that song. The chorus was coming to me like to believe in yourself, make yourself real. The idea of like the power of belief and how the things that we believe in and give our belief to become real.
yeah,
And to believe in oneself, then to make yourself real, especially in today's world where everything just more and more, you don't know what is real or what is actually
yeah,
what's lie, what's the truth. And I'm like, well, all that by design is to make us feel depressed, feel less than what we really are. So I'm like, well, just make sure we're real.
yeah.
Let us be the ones who are real then.
I love it. Yeah. No, it couldn't be more important. Well, and I love too. So you talk about like fake food and fake friends and fake drugs and you also mentioned fake hate. And that's like
Yeah,
I was like that's so beautiful. There's something so positive of acknowledging fake hate. Because I feel
yeah,
like, yeah, we're surrounded by it and we're told about it. And like, I have a lot of love in my life. I mean, I understand the world is on fire but there is something that we're being forced fed hate. Um,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if you want to talk about that more, but it's such a beautiful part of the song. I think when you're, just acknowledging all of the fakeness in the world and include that.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's um it's interesting. I mean, I feel like writing that part of writing those lyrics, it was very intuitive and just not second guessing what I was saying. And I guess I haven't really thought very deeply about the idea of what fake hate is, but I mean it feels right. But I mean,
Yeah,
I believe that a lot of stuff, you can look at it on so many different levels. I mean, just we're being taught to hate from a place that is inauthentic,
right,
and
right.
whatever, to hate ourselves, to hate other people, to hate life, or to pretend that we're just, negative.
Right.
Some people
Yeah.
just have to put on a negative face
Yeah.
to face, and
It's true. It is. I mean, it's like almost on trend these days. you know?
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
So,
love that. Yeah. And you talk about being born into a world of plastic,
hmm
which is also multi-layered philosophical idea.
yeah, I mean, it's just like on a, I think it's, it's a reality that I think that we all can relate to now in our time.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, like what, I think the generation gap might be a little less, but we all can agree like, damn, we've been pretty much been lied to,
Yeah.
in some
Yeah.
sense, from a young age about what we're supposed to believe in about life. And
Yeah. What we value.
yep, and you know, so much of the stuff is just very intuitive, and that's what came to me. And it's interesting, like for the almost like and the stuff is personal for me too. So a lot of the stuff I'm telling myself as well, like these things these things are things that I have to remind myself too. Even as a writer, we can kind of write these things from a voice that might sound like I'm telling you what to do or what to think, but I'm telling myself too as well, because because I need to be reminded, so it's like the words that I need to hear for myself and whatever I'm trying to do in my life,
Yeah.
and
I love that.
but yeah, I I I I I had a vision too where I just saw a scene of just a world of just nothing but plastic bottles just stacked on top of each other. And it showed me that and it was showing me how hard it is for people who are trying to live authentically and be real to be seen and to be recognized and to just be appreciated, and also how hard it is to decipher like what is real too, because everyday people, we're being shown so much, we're overstimulated with so much stuff that more or less we kind of have to be discerning in a way that's like more to say no a lot,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And to
and,
know when, to know the
right.
difference.
And yeah, and I just but the message too that the vision showed me was just like to not give up, to just stay real,
Yes.
and it just stayed with me, that vision, and I kept thinking what to do with it, and then I realized that that's when I decided to make it into that music video and animate that scene.
It's so cool. Yeah, and it's overwhelming. I mean, you're like drowning in plastic and you can see you're like holding your head up high and you're still like standing strong and the bottles are growing. How did
Yeah.
you do it? It's such a cool video. Is it drawn? Is it photos? I mean, I don't know if you
Uh,
want to give all your secrets, but your
yeah.
artistic process is really cool.
Well, thank you. I've been learning and animating um, for a few years now. And first it kind of started with actual like the cartoon, hand drawn, cartoon stuff, and which I still do. But
I love those.
uh,
Good. I'm glad you're still doing those. It's
oh
important.
yeah,
They're awesome. Yeah.
thank you. But yeah, I'm also interested in like the collage type of art, multimedia. So I just had this idea. I mean, basically, I just took different images and kind of did collage style animation, and took the things that I learned from animating the cartoons and applying that with just like collage stuff. You know.
It's powerful. Yeah. I mean, you're truly an artist. None of that makes sense to me, but it sounds, it sounds like your intuitive process. I mean, it's awesome. It worked. Whatever that is, it worked.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a minute. We'll hear some music. Well, and actually, tell me, who is Ice Main? So you worked with another artist. You're always
Yeah.
collaborating, which I also love about you.
Thank you. Yeah, Iceman is the producer who I worked with on this project that I just released in January, the top of the year. The project is called Montrepreneur Music Volume One. It's 3 tracks, and he produced it, and he also mixed it. And he's a producer who's actually based out of Yosemite. He's a Yosemite in the park. Park. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So um, just just awesome talent too. So
I love it. I love it. All right, so I'm going to put you on hold. We'll hear some music and we'll come right back. So
okay.
here he is, Señor Gigio. The track is called Make Yourself Real, right here on Radio Free Brooklyn.
The more you get to know yourself, the more you should believe in yourself. Fake women, fake looks, fake wars, fake words, fake news.
All right, Señor Gigio, that's a track called Make Yourself Real, produced by Ice Main. Man, you are fire. I just love it.
Thank you.
It's
I
so
appreciate it.
inspiring. Yes. Oh, I love it. Well, and you always are producing. I mean, you're always so highly productive making music, which
Yeah.
is so inspiring. Do you ever get like writer's block? Do you ever struggle to create?
No, not really. But that's also because I keep myself busy in so many different aspects. I mean, like I might work on some music on one given time period, and then I just also collaborating helps, I think, too. Collaborating with people on different projects, it keeps the creativity
Yeah.
flowing. And right now I'm actually doing a couple commission works that keep me, it all keeps me busy, like, and it'll come back around to when I have my time for myself, where I have my my bright idea to say like, now I know what I want to say next.
No, I love that. And it's true. Different people that you collaborate will always pull new ideas. You brainstorm, build off each other. Things that wouldn't have happened would happen as you collaborate.
That's right.
Yeah, I love that. And there's something very spiritual about that too, because you're meeting someone at a certain time. You're two spirit, it's like a time, place, all of those things exist and don't.
Yeah, and there's a lot to say and a lot to express, and then also just a lot of influences too that I like to convey. And sometimes it just takes, meeting that right person and being like, oh, you like that too? So did I. I've been waiting to find somebody who's into that, niche thing there so we can, make something happen together.
Yeah, yeah, totally. How is your process different from when you work solo and when you collaborate? Or
I
is
feel
it?
like, well, when I'm by myself, it's very much like it's almost like um it's wild, and it's like I'm it could happen anytime. It could be like, oh, um I'm going on a walk. I need to stop everything. I need to stop everything that's happening right now and just, get this out of me, as it's coming to me, so it could just be anywhere. I'm in the grocery store and I'm like, oh, this is coming to me. I need to write it down.
Yeah, if
So,
you don't write it down, is it lost?
um, no, but it just stays with me. It feels like I'm on, like, my nerves. I'm very much on edge. Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Oh, I love it.
but
Yeah, it's such an artist. It is in your spirit. Yeah.
yeah, but when I'm working with other people though, it's very much like it feels nice, constructive space. Like, okay, cool. Like, we can show up at this given time, and I'm gonna see you here, and it's very like casual. Like, I'm going to work. All
Yeah.
right, what
Right.
that.
And like no expectation. Like yeah, I imagine a different, whatever happens, happens, where you
Yeah,
probably hold yourself to such a higher standard and more critical of yourself, as an artist.
yeah, it can be for sure. But yeah, it's cool working with people. It's like and especially working with people who respect you too, because then there's just a lot more like freedom to just relax and just breathe into it, kind of thing. It can be very very casual, experience, and just like, yes, we're both creators and we're doing this, cool thing. And now that that's out the way, let's let's write this song.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. And again, trust the process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love it so much. So we're gonna go out tonight with a track called "We Are Not Here to Be Loved by Haters," which I like want that tattoo. I'm making T-shirts. I love it so much. So tell us about this track.
Yeah, so this track is it's the actually the first single that I released off of Entrepreneur Music Volume One, and it's it's high energy. It's I mean I love it. I'm really proud of it. On a lot of different levels. One, because it's like it's it's me. It's completely me. I feel like so free in it that I got to express myself completely, um, musically, lyrically, in a way that I feel like I got to be showcase how eclectic I am, and then also how masterful that I am, but then also to this message too. It, and in a way that's like packaged nicely, where it's not all the way out there. Like, it's very much like I feel like like it's easy to receive, and yes, it's an eclectic song, but the message is, we are not here to be loved by haters, and it's just, again, it's another like message of empowerment, um, for people who are just trying to live authentically, and live from a place of love, and stand for truth, and do good things in life, and you know to think about people who are haters, and that can show up in a variety of ways, but I can guarantee you it's going to show up in your life. You know, if you're trying to do good things, if you're trying to be a truthful person, it's showing up in your life, you know?
Yeah.
And
No doubt.
it's,
Yeah.
it's to remember that, like, you know, to speak the truth and to do what's right, to put love out there, it's not to appease anybody. You just do it because it's the right thing to do. And, you know, the people who hate and try to block, it's not for them, and that's their problem. It's not ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's essentially like the message. But
Yes.
it's a
I'm
vibe.
standing ovation. Yes.
Yeah, it's a vibe though. And I'm really proud of it. You know, I'm proud of this song. So
Oh,
hope
it's
people
so
check
great.
it out and dig it.
So
Yeah,
good. Yeah. Plug everything. Websites. How do people support you? How do they contact you?
yeah. So Señor Gigio. My website is senorgigio.guru. That's senorgigio.guru, GURU. And you can follow me on Instagram at SENORGIO, or I'm sorry, GIGIO. And yeah, just look up Señor Gigio. You know, look, you know, I got a lot of music out there. I'm gonna continue putting out music and more art, and you know, I just it's what I love to do, and I appreciate the platform. Thank you so much, Francesca,
Oh, we
for
love you. We love you. Keep
building.
it coming. We always have airwaves for you any day, anytime.
I
Yeah, and
appreciate
keep
it
sending music. I'm always happy to play it.
for sure. Definitely, I will.
All right, you're the best. We will talk soon.
Okay, Francesca, peace.
All right, thank you so much to Señor Gigio. Definitely check out his website, senorgigio.guru. But here's a track called We Are Not Here to Be Loved by Haters. You can check it out on YouTube. Here he is, Señor Gigio, right here on Radio Free Brooklyn.